How you feeling?
How do I look? Been up all night answering questions.
Who was asking?
Boswell and a couple of your henchmen detectives. They're in and out of here all night.
Oh, for God's sake, did you have an attorney?
Why do you keep asking me that?
Did he offer to provide you with an attorney?
I told him I didn't want one.
Why not?
The lawyer just had me keep my mouth shut. I got nothing to hide.
Well, that was really dumb. You know, Boswell is not your friend in this.
Yeah, well, I'm beginning to wonder who my friends are.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? You know what
Hey,
I did.
I answered his questions. I did everything he asked. I thought compliance was a whole lot better than just sitting around looking guilty.
So what did he ask?
I don't know, he had me read some stuff into a microphone, into a tape recorder.
What stuff?
I don't know, some stuff he gave me for voice comparison.
Okay, I'm gonna play a tape recording for you. You're gonna hear the voices of 4 different men. I want you to tell me if you recognize any of the voices, or if you've heard one before.
Okay.
Okay.
Now it's your turn, little sister.
No, I'm sorry.
Now it's your turn, little sister.
Wait a minute.
You recognize that.
Now it's your turn, little sister.
Yeah, that's him.
Him? Him who?
The man that attacked me, that's him.
Let me play the other 2 voices just to be sure.
No, I don't think I need to hear them. I'm sure that was him.
Thank you. That simplifies matters a lot. You've identified Kane Garver.
I can't believe it's Kane.
How will you identify his voice?
Yeah, I know that.
But what?
I could be wrong.
If you're gonna start thinking you were wrong after you said you were sure, you're not going to be of much help to us, Mrs.
Look,
Conrad.
Lieutenant Boswell, I know that. But what if I recognize his voice because it is a voice that I'm familiar with and not because it's the voice of the man who attacked me?
Mrs. Conrad, you identified a man you know. It's natural for you to want to back out now because you know who it is. But that's your rational mind taking over. You have to trust your original instinct because it's always the most reliable. Okay?
Excuse me, what is going on here?
I'm talking to a potential witness. What's your beef?
My beef? You questioned Kane last night. According to him, it was non-stop through the night without him having an attorney present. What the hell were you thinking about?
Look, you don't have to worry about the legalities, Castillo. Your sister-in-law here has just given us a positive ID off the tape. It's Garver.
It was his voice, Cruz.
Which gives us what we need to proceed with the case against
Victor,
him.
I'm warning you, if you don't slow down and get a grip, I'm gonna pull you off of this case.
Oh, you are, huh? Well, we'll see about that, see? Because I'm doing the job here. I'm working off the evidence we've gotten. You're ignoring the facts because you don't like them.
I am not ignoring
Listen,
the facts.
if you can prove he's innocent, fine. But if you talk the captain into pulling me off the case, man, I will go straight to the press. Yeah, I will let them know that Cruz Castillo was more concerned with protecting a friendship than the citizens of Santa Barbara.
Oh, I wish they'd get this arraignment over with.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's taking so long.
I guess it takes time to hang a man out to dry.
But what happened?
Murder 1.
What?
Yeah, the judge wants to calm the citizens' fears. There was really no chance for
Oh, come on. The evidence was overwhelming.
All circumstantial, I believe. I want my interview.
Forget it.
Hold it, hold it. We had a deal.
Had, Miss Saunders. No bail, no interviews for Murder 1.
I don't believe this.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, evidence. Smacks of coincidence. I smell a friend.
No, I think you're right. When I entered Boswell's office, Major Hamilton was with him. Now, I didn't hear the whole conversation, but the Major definitely implied that something incriminating might be found if Kane's house was searched. I was hoping to have the story for the noon telecast. Damn Boswell. He promised me an exclusive on this.
Yeah, well, I think Boswell does what suits him at the moment.
Yeah, well, we'll see how my broadcast suits him.
What do you got?
Not much. I have to go with the footage that the cameraman shot at the courthouse. We can start with Payne in handcuffs, cut to the prosecutor talking to the press. I don't know. We'll build around that. Thanks.
You know, it's frightening to me how this all has managed to set him up so perfectly.
Oh, well, it had help. I have to be honest, I helped it. I thought he was guilty
Yeah,
at
but
first.
he's innocent. He's not a rapist, and he's no murderer.
Well, unfortunately, we can't report our personal opinions.
Yeah, but we can at least stress the positive, right? We can say he's an upstanding citizen. He was a private detective, and we can let them know that at least I know for a fact that he wasn't the one who attacked me.
Yeah, but I do have to report that your sister positively identified his voice.
Yeah, well, yes, she did that. But she's had some time to think about it, and now she's not sure.
You know, that's not going to be enough. Eden, I can't slant this. I have to report the facts. And then I can't editorialize about them afterwards.
Oh, okay. So Santa Barbara, the community, they're going to be thinking that the real killer's behind bars when he's really running around out there. You and I, we have doubts about Kane. I think it's our duty to express them publicly.
You've done a complete about-face on this. Weren't you going to be the journalist who told the news objectively, who reported nothing but the facts? What, now that it's a friend of yours, everything else goes out the window?
Lydia, it's not that he's just a friend. He's a man who's innocent of a crime. I mean, think about it.
You don't know that. You feel it, you hope it, you wish it. We can't put that on the air. We need facts. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. You're right. All we can do is just hope that Cruz comes up with some information that will show us that Kane has been framed. Maybe he can prove the Major framed him.
I appreciate your coming downtown, Major. Have a seat.
Thank you. I'm always willing to do what I can to help the authorities.
Yes, I understand you have been extremely helpful. I'm hoping you will continue that attitude with me. I'll get to the point. I've heard that our department was acting on a tip from you when we searched Kane's house and turned up evidence linking him to my wife's attack. Were you the informant?
I was.
And what led you to believe there would be evidence in the man's house?
My past knowledge of the man made me think there might be some incriminating evidence on the premises.
Your past knowledge. You know, Philip, in my opinion, your opinion of Kane is not a lot to go on in this case.
Then call it bias if you like, Inspector. You don't have to mince words with me. It's no secret that I don't like Kane. There's no question in my mind that he's responsible for Andrea's death. I know this man. I have seen him in action. He also killed a woman named Sue Lee, a woman he supposedly loved. And a few weeks ago, he came close to killing me. Of course, I think that he's capable of killing someone else.
You still haven't answered my question. What led you to believe there would be hard evidence in the man's house?
All I wanted to see was that man brought to justice. To make sure that the police were doing everything in their power to see that that happened. I cared very deeply for Andrea. I feel responsible for her death in the sense that I got there too late, that I wasn't able to save her. Yes, I talked to the police, but as for tipping them off, I only wish I could take the credit.
And what does that mean?
Standard operating procedure. I simply suggested that Kane's house be searched and they put a tail on him. My feeling that this man was and is the killer was obviously misinterpreted to mean that I was sure the police would find some incriminating evidence at the house. Now, I can't say that I'm surprised that they did find the evidence. But that doesn't mean I told them that it was there, does it? Is there anything else, Mr. Castillo?
You know, I'm not as easily misled as you might hope. I have a pretty good idea what you're up to here.
Both you and your wife have it in for me. You're defending her attacker at my expense. I find that a very odd way to pursue this case. May I go now?
I wish you would. Yeah, he just left. Put another tail on the man immediately.
Okay, Zach, I'm all set.
Hey, this just came for you by special messenger. I signed for it.
Oh, thanks. Well, I'll be.
Yeah, what is it?
A while ago, I was asked to participate in a state program where they assign psychiatrists to pending criminal cases. We're supposed to interview and evaluate the alleged felon and then give them our opinion on whether or not we think they're fit to stand trial, whether they're mentally capable, whatever.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I thought so, too. But you know, Zach, all of the stuff that I've dealt with before was all textbook stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's all very, very clear psychological profiles emerging from very structured interviews. Geez, this time I've been handed something a little more challenging.
Really? What is it?
I've been asked to evaluate Kane Garber.
I didn't know he'd been indicted.
Yeah, this morning, apparently.
Well, that sounds challenging. I mean, you know most of the principals involved.
Yeah, you know, maybe I should disqualify myself because of that.
No, I don't see why. I mean, you have no personal ties with Garber. And this sounds like a good opportunity. I mean, this is a sensational case. You could really make a name for yourself.
Zach, I don't care about the publicity.
Yeah, well, it can't hurt if it's good. Besides which, no matter how you look at it, that's going to be important work. And it'll be a challenge for you, your objectivity, your skill as a psychiatrist. I mean, I know a little about this case myself. I attended to Eden when she was attacked that night. I saw the damage this guy did to her. I'd like to know what makes him, tick, how he thinks, what motivates him. Now, don't tell me that doesn't stimulate your curiosity just a little.
Well, it would be the most difficult thing I'd ever done.
Well, that's all the better.
But, you know, I kind of want to go to that lecture today.
Oh, this is a hell of a lot more important.
It is. I guess I can't just turn my back on it, huh?
Oh, good. Look, if you need anyone to bounce questions off of, I'm your guinea pig, all right?